Hey guys, so it is Saturday morning. Excuse me. I'm trying to actually make breakfast right now. So you might see me popping in and out of the frame a little bit. And by the way, I'm wearing a t-shirt that's like a work t-shirt. It's kind of the way that it's like a reward, I guess you could say. So this is the first of many t-shirts I'm probably going to receive depending on how long I work there and what happens. But anyways, I'm trying to cover up the company logo, which is why I have this hanging. But anyways, oops. Just gonna make some eggs right now. If I can get the lid back on the mason jar. And I hope today is going to be better than last Saturday. Because last Saturday, let me tell you right now, last Saturday was trash. So, thankfully, since I already meal prepped all my lunches, all I had to do was take out the ice pack, put it in my lunchbox, and then, you know, put the meal in there that I prepped, and then I always like to take some fruit just as like a snack because I'm really terrible when it comes to snacking during the workday. I either do it or I just don't have time. So I'm trying to make it more of a priority, and I'm trying to make sure that it's like relatively healthy. So I have an orange and I also have a banana. And then I always like to add something a little sweet. So I added in a granola bar. Granola bars are like my guilty pleasure. So anyways, just gonna make some scrambled eggs and put some hot sauce on them. And then it's gonna be time for me to head out. And the amount of work that we have to do today hopefully will not be that much. Because I just don't want it to be like last Saturday. Last Saturday was terrible, and I wish I could tell you guys in full detail what happened so that you could actually understand, but that would give away too much of what I actually do. And, you know, you gotta keep some mystery, you know? So, anyways, game plan for this weekend, or I should say for tonight / tomorrow, is to get this place clean, because I don't know if anybody else is like this, but during the work week, I am terrible. Like, I do not clean. I'm very messy. I don't pick up after myself, and I pay for it every single weekend because I have to, you know, spend time cleaning more than, you know, I should be. So I'm trying to make it a habit to just actually go ahead and like clean as I go, which I never really learned that. I think a lot of people don't really learn that as kids. Excuse me. And I really think that's unfortunate, but it's something that I learned to do like while I cook and bake, but for the rest of my apartment, nope. It was never a thing. And if you guys have any tips on how to keep your areas clean without really even trying, you know, like without having to spend an entire day, please let me know, because I'm tired of having to always do all this cleaning. And you guys are probably like, well, you live alone. Like, why are you so messy? Honestly, it comes down to laziness. I'm going to be honest about that. Because I did have one lady at work, oops, who literally said the same thing. And I'm just like, you don't know my life. Like, have zero motivation half the time, which is great. So, you know. So anyways, I'm going to have my breakfast, and then I will see you guys when I get out of work tonight.
Hey guys, so I just got out of work. It's about almost 5:40 right now, and this is, I think, the earliest that I've ever gotten out of work, like, in the entire time that I've worked there. So that's pretty profound because it does not happen often. And I actually told the people who work for me, I was like, you guys need to enjoy the days that are like this because they are, like, they never happen. So you need to really enjoy it because, you know, you probably remember when we were here till 9 o'clock. So that being said, I think they do really, you know, I think they really do understand that, but it's, you know, sometimes you just got to reiterate those things. So something interesting happened this week. I actually got to meet the entire executive committee. That's like what they call it in my company. And they all report directly to the CEO. CEO reports directly to the guy who used to be the CEO, but he, you know, I guess he retired. So anyways, what was I gonna say? Anyways, I got to meet all of them, and I had met a couple of them, you know, during the last quarter, but this quarter I actually got to meet the CEO, and to me, I'm just like, holy crap, because how often does that actually happen when you can meet, you know, the very, very top person? And it's just really interesting. You guys can probably hear the bottle of windshield wiper fluid rolling around in my collapsible bin back there. I normally have like a tote back there, like for shopping, like a reusable tote, but I took it out because I bought groceries last week, so I never put it back. But anyways, like I said, he was actually really nice, and you know, you would expect somebody who's that high up in the company to be pretty personable, but it was really, really cool. And I apologize if it seems like I'm bragging. I'm really trying not to seem like I am, but it's just mind-boggling. Like, it really, really is. So anyways, that happened on Thursday, and then unfortunately I have been ordering stuff like a mad woman on Etsy and Amazon. So I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but I am actually still working on studying for the GMAT. I have been a terrible person, terrible potato, as I like to say, and I have not been doing that for the better part of almost 2 months now because work has been so crazy and so stressful, and I've kind of been in a slump. Not a slump, a slump for the past couple weeks, because normally, what is it, January to March? Normally it's actually January to April. I am just in the worst mood. I am very much the type where my mood and the weather are generally the same thing. So if it's sunny out, I am basically going to be happy. If it's raining outside and it's like all yucky, I'm just kind of like, eh. If it's cloudy out, I'm just like, Rrr. You know what I'm saying? So my mood definitely tends to wax and wane with the weather, unfortunately. And it's just how I am, to be quite honest. But getting back to what I was saying before, I did order a lot of stuff off of Etsy and Amazon. So I'm not even kidding when I say this. I ordered a megaphone. Yes, a megaphone. It's rechargeable because I was not about to spend like 20 bucks on a megaphone and, you know, have to spend like all this money on, like, they normally take like 6 to 8 C or D size batteries, And I used to work at Walgreens. I know how much those are. That will get expensive really quickly. So I did find the one that was rechargeable, which is really nice. Like lithium ion battery, whatever. Because I tend to yell at work. And it's not like I'm trying to be mean or anything. It's just, it's like one of the fastest ways to communicate, I guess, because my area that I oversee is huge. Like, it'll take you a good 10 minutes to walk from one end of it to the other. It's huge. So, you know, I figured a megaphone would be a good idea because I'm tired of always having to yell. On Saturdays, I don't really drink enough water anyways because in the mornings, I have a monster because once we hit Saturday, I'm just like dead. And I'm ready to get the week over with. And like I said, I don't drink enough water because normally there's too many things going on. And it's funny because everybody that I work with, including myself, I like to call all of us firefighters because literally kind of feels like that's what we do. We run around putting out fires, not literally, but metaphorically. And it's nice because it's so chaotic. So you get used to the stress. I mean, my adjustment period with all the stress was really difficult. And anybody can tell you that, especially like my mom and my best friend. Like, it was really bad last year. But I like to think I've evolved just a little bit. So anyways, I did order a megaphone. It will be here tomorrow, and I am legit so excited to bring it to work. I showed one of my coworkers, and he was like, you know what, maybe I should get one. That sounds like a good idea. I'm like, you know, it just kind of popped into my head. I'm like, okay, sorry, some stupid, like, toll-free number tried to call me, and it cut off my video. But anyways, one of my coworkers is like, oh my God, that's a good idea. Maybe I should buy one. And I'm like, hey man, like, it'll help. And it's funny because I told everybody, I was like, I'm already annoying, but now I can be annoying, but louder. And it's funny because nobody was like, oh no, you're not annoying. So I'm like, I know, it's okay. So I got that. I got some orange peelers. So Tupperware, the actual brand, makes orange peelers, or I should say citrus peelers. And they come in like a pack of 7. So I figure I can keep one in my lunchbox. I can keep a couple in my silverware drawer. I can even keep one in my car if I really want to. So I thought it would be a good idea because I've really been into oranges lately and I'm still trying to boost my immune system. You know, I'm trying to eat healthier and I think it was a really good move. So there's that. I also bought a tote bag that is, it's not necessarily personalized. Like, you can personalize the color, but it has one of my favorite YouTubers, like, it's her channel name that's on there. And I like what she said. She was like, this can, like, apply, like, you know, it could just be like an everyday thing. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I bought it because I'm like, you know, support your ladies, support your, you know, fellow YouTubers. And I just really wanted the tote bag because I thought it was cute. So I did get that. I am in the process of looking for a dishwasher magnet, which I never thought I would be the type of person who would actively be looking for something like that. But if you guys haven't seen them or you don't know what they are, basically it is a magnet that goes onto your dishwasher, but you flip it like to the other side, like you flip it upside down or you flip it the other way depending on what the status of the dishes in the dishwasher are. So if it's clean dishes, you know, you flip it up to the clean side. If they're dirty, you flip it to the dirty side. So I'm like, this is like pure, like purely brilliant, like brilliance. I can't talk today apparently because that's what sleep deprivation does. So I think it would be really good if you had a spouse, you know, you're married, you have a partner, whatever your situation is, even if you're like single and you have kids or what have you, you know, whatever the situation is, if you live with other people, I think it's a really great idea, because I think back to when I was growing up and when I lived with my mom, and how many times I was like, Mama, like, is all the stuff in the dishwasher clean or is it dirty? And then, you know, she obviously asked me the same thing, like, a lot of the time too. So I think it's a good idea. I really do. And I don't know, I feel like I'm really trying to make my apartment feel very homey. And I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I want to buy a house before I'm 30. So my original goal was I have 4 years to buy a house. Enough for the down payment, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, I talked to somebody that I work with today, and they're like, you know what? Why don't you cut it down to 2 years? Because you could probably afford it faster than you think. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm trying to have at least 18 months worth of, like, income saved to be able to, you know, pay for my expenses for 18 months. And then I'm trying to develop an emergency fund that will last for 6 months. And I'll, like, also contingencies. So he's like, those are good goals, but it's going to take you forever. I'm like, yeah, I know. So it goes against my better judgment, but I'm kind of like, what if I put all that towards a house now? And obviously I don't want to have nothing in savings. So I do want to have a cushion, but I don't know. I think it would be, you know, I think it would be cool. And there's a girl who used to work with me that I'm still friends with, who actually bought her house at the age of 22. So I'm like, okay, if she can do this, I got this. Just gotta, you know, make the moolah, save the moolah, and we'll be golden. So that's another thing that is in the works. How did I get from talking about stuff I bought on Etsy to buying a house? Okay, moving on. I also, well, this I bought from Amazon. I got a pocket Filofax. So for those of y'all who follow me because, you know, of like all my planner videos, there's something for you guys. I got a pocket hole burn. And if you don't know what that is, it is, in my opinion, one of the best Filofaxes because of the pocket configuration. I mean, I didn't really like the Saffiano towards the end because it's not very high quality. So after buying that, I totally understand why people splurge and they get the Croc and, you know, like the Malden and everything. My cousin has a Malden and she loves it. But I also understand why people get like the Giglio and, you know, there's all these other brands popping up now. A couple of them that I do follow on Instagram. But I'm just super excited. So I don't want to give away what I'm going to be using it for, because I did buy some inserts for that, but I am not leaving my ARC Junior. So for those of you guys who have the discbound, you know, you watch me because I have it too. I am not leaving the ARC Junior. I promise you. I love that thing, and I'm probably going to be using that till I die. Like, let's be real here. So just throwing that out there. But I got some top-loading envelopes for the Filofax. And then I also got, what was it? I don't want to give that away, but it is handmade, so I have to wait almost an entire month before that comes. So I'm trying not to be salty about it. I'm trying to harness my inner chi and just be patient. So there's that. I can't remember what else. I got some dividers. Can't have a planner without dividers, especially a new one. So I'll share that with you guys when they come in. I'm expecting all of this within the next 2 weeks, except for the handmade object, which is not going to be till the middle of March. So, very exciting stuff. And yeah, I think those are literally all the life updates I have for you guys. I mean, we all know my life is like kind of boring. I don't really hang out with people because it's really difficult to make friends outside of work when you're not in college anymore. Like, yes, my best friend does live an hour away, but, you know, she works Monday to Friday, I work Thursday to Saturday, clashing schedules, it is what it is. So I get to see her every couple of months. So, wow, you're really on your phone and you're trying to drive. Girl, what is you doing? You end up like running into someone's car, girl. Calm down. Okay. So, there's one other thing I was going to say. All right. Here's one thing. This I find very, very intriguing. I am like in the parking lot of like a grocery store. If you guys are wondering, that's why I'm looking around. So, I don't know if it's because I turned 25. I really don't. But, or maybe it's because I've really gotten into these cleaning motivation videos. Because you guys know I have depression and anxiety, and a lot of the times, all my energy is used up at work. So when I come home and when I have those 4 days off, it's my chill time, it's my zen. You know, just want to be like super chill, not really do anything that involves a lot of effort, which I know sounds bad. But I kind of think of it as like recharging my batteries. So that being said, I started watching these cleaning motivation videos because my apartment is usually a mess because I am terrible at picking up after myself. And there's some kid who just, go away. What are you doing? Go away. I'm terrible at picking up after myself. I'll admit that, you know? That's why I don't show my apartment a lot, because it's always a mess. Because I'm lazy. Especially on work days, it looks like trash. So, I watch these cleaning motivation videos, and I love them. It's seriously my addiction now. And I've been buying, like, a lot of cleaning products. Like, that's like my guilty pleasure now. Since I'm trying to be healthier, I'm trying not to, like, buy as much food, like, unhealthy food, I should say. So, I've kind of turned to cleaning supplies. I know that sounds really, really bad, but it is a guilty pleasure. Like, I don't know what it is. There's something about it. And just knowing that you're going to use it to clean, it's so satisfying. It's so weird, but it's so satisfying. So, I don't know if this is like a coming of age type of thing, you know, like since I'm getting closer to 30, I don't know. I obviously have told you guys before, I want kids eventually, and I want to get married, so I will admit I have had that on my mind. Probably a little bit more than I have in the past, if I'm being honest. Which, I'm not going to get into any of that right now. But, basically, I'm starting to think that I know that I'm getting older and I haven't, like, found anybody yet. So I'm just like, this is going to sound so bad when it comes out of my mouth. Please, please, please do not take this out of context. So, I want to be married, obviously, and I want to have kids. So, to me, this part of my life is kind of like preparing for that. So, it's like I can learn some of the stuff now that will help me when I actually am in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like all the cleaning that I do, you know, all the, like, cooking and like picking up that I do after myself and trying to make that more of a priority, that's just going to help me out later on. And I know that sounds kind of bad, but I mean, I'm telling you guys the truth. So let me know if you guys have ever experienced that, because I'm really curious now. I'm going to ask my mama, because I actually haven't asked her about that yet. But let me stop talking your ear off. I'm going to go find something to eat, because I'm not necessarily starving, but it's dinner time. I'm out of work and mama's ready to relax. So that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You know, whenever you guys leave me comments, I love it. You know, even if you leave me a thumbs up, I'm like, all right. Because, you know I'm like going in a good direction. So any kind of guidance you want to give me, constructive criticism, I will gladly take it. If you start getting nasty, I'm going to be like, okay. But if you want to give me constructive criticism, you go right ahead. I'm not going to judge you. You know, I think we all can learn something from each other. It's just the delivery a lot of the times that are poor. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've been liking these vlogs, because like I said, I want to have them up more consistently, because they are kind of fun. You know, you get to see like what I'm doing, and obviously the next couple ones are not going to be of me like when I'm going to work or coming home from work, whatever. But I just thought it would be nice for you guys to see a different aspect of my life, because I feel like pretty much all I talk about is like planners and organization. It pretty much has been planner crap for like the past 2 years, and I don't want to pigeonhole myself. So I want this to be like a fun channel where, you know, it's everything that I'm passionate about. And granted, I feel like it has kind of stayed that way, but you know, you go through phases and your life changes. I guess that's the best way I can put it. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of all this, and I will try to tweak it if I can. But yeah, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, guys.